Hey guys, check it out. Marketplace find. 25 bucks I paid for this. It looks to me like a Maco, either a V58 or a V5000, but it's missing the ring to tune it. And I'm just not sure if it's a Maco because it's a little bit different than the V58 that I have. The hub on the V58 that I currently have is much nicer than this one. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still nice, but not as nice as the newer version. It looks like, other than the tuning ring, the matching network, everything is here. I mean, you can see where somebody had it marked for where to clamp it. It's missing the bolt that holds the lower part of the ring. It's in pretty good shape though. I already slipped all the poles together and they do fit inside of one another. They're not all crushed on the ends. You can see on one of them, you can see the scratches on that. There was a little snug on that one. Got all 4 of the ground radials. I am missing 3 of the clamps though. That's another thing that leads me to believe it's a Maco. That's the type of clamps that Maco uses. And on the bottom, that's the same setup that clamps to the mast that my V58 has. But it's been worked on a little bit. As you can see, it's got a hose clamp on that ground radial, but the other 3 all have the original clamps. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this antenna. It's probably just going to be used for a future project. Let me bring out my Maco V58. Let's compare this thing. Let's see if it is just like the Maco. So I get asked a lot, do you still have that antenna or this antenna? Yes, I don't ever sell any antennas. And this is what I do with the antennas that are not currently in use. That's my Maco V58 that I'm not currently using, but I don't want to get rid of it. I just strap it up to the ceiling. That's what happens to all the antennas that I'm not currently using. I still have all the antennas that I've built and all the antennas that I've bought. I got them all. Alright, let's get this thing down on the ground and let's compare it to that antenna that I just picked up. Well, I brought out my Maco to compare it, and it does look just like it. The plastic's a little different here. And you can see we got a thicker, more exposed there. But that hub, look at the hub. The hub on the new version is much nicer than that hub. That's where the ground radials got attached to. Well, that one is just much, much nicer. Not that there's anything wrong with this one. I just feel that's a better one. Other than that, I mean, it looks pretty much, just that hub is different. Everything else, it looks the exact same thing as my Maco V58. It's the next day now, and I had last night to think about that antenna, and I decided I want to rebuild it. Which means I need a tuning ring for it. I need the tuning ring. If any of you guys have an extra tuning ring for a Maco V58 or V5000, along with the 2 brackets, I'm willing to pay for it. I'll pay a fair and reasonable price for that ring so I can get this antenna working again. Because my plan is, like I said, I was thinking about it, and especially seeing the 2 antennas sitting side by side like that. Well, I have 2 of them. Might as well co-phase them. Which that got me back on Marketplace. And on Marketplace, I found a couple of, can we see it all the way back there? A couple of Schedule 80 1-inch steel pipe. Look at the wall thickness on those things. They're a little heavy. They're about 43 pounds each. But the price was right. They were very, very, very reasonable. So I picked those up mainly because the base of those Maco antennas, that base fits perfectly. I mean, that pole fits perfectly inside of the base of the Maco. So I'll be able to just mount the Maco antenna right on top of those poles. Yeah, put suckers on the car. Well, I'm going to take the 2 poles and put them at each corner of my garage. The 2-element Yagi is going to come down. I'll put that one in storage for a while. It'll go up on the ceiling in the garage. And I really want to try 2 Macos right here on the front of the garage. Won't that look super cool? Pull down my driveway and see the 2 Macos right there. But at the base, I'm just going to have the metal pole run right down to the concrete. And I'm going to pick up a couple of more ground rods. Drill a hole through the concrete, send the ground rods down in, and then have the bottom of the pole sit right on the ground rods. Clamp it right to the ground rods. That way the ground rods will hold the bottom of the pole, and about 9 feet up there'll be some brackets coming off the side of the building coming forward towards us, and mounting the 2 antennas. Oh, that's gonna look so cool. I like the look of the Yagi up there, don't get me wrong, but it is just gonna look fantastic seeing 2 Maco V58s right here on the front of the building. All right, this project's gonna take a little while. I still have more things to get, holes to drill, brackets to make, and I need a ring. If you got one, either leave a message in the comments or send me an email at moajunkie@yahoo.com. All right, guys. It'll be a little while, but these are going in the air. All right, take care.